Welcome back to another video, and today I'm washing my bike. A few days ago I said that my bike was really dirty, and yes, it is super dirty. Hasn't been washed in a while. You can see the amount of dust on it. It's absolutely gross. So it needs a wash. All this is dirty. And what I'm going to do today, I'm going to just take you through how I wash my bike. I think everyone washes their bikes differently, just like how they wash their cars differently. But essentially what I've got today is I've got my... Ooh, it's over there. I'll start with this. I've got two cloths. One to wipe, I'll show you guys later, one to wipe down the bike. First, get all the water off it. Second one to actually dry it. That's used with the bike spray. I've also got a degreaser. This is one of the best degreasers I have come across. Ride Mechanics Bike Juice. And it's really good. It actually lists all the ingredients here. You can actually talk to the guy who formulated this, which is unheard of. So if you want something where you know chemicals won't really harm you or anything. By the way, this is biodegradable, water soluble, which is pretty cool. Bike juice. Okay, I've got a few brushes here. Big one, smaller, hard bristled one, and a super tough bristled one for the cassette. What I like to use is I don't use any fancy Bikewash stuff. Literally go to Bunnings, buy a pressure 1 liter hand sprayer, and chuck in some washing detergent. You can see the stuff in there is green. That's because it's morning fresh, in my favorite scent. Okay, so I'm just going to mount this in my mouth and comment later on. Welcome back to another video, and thanks for watching this video. Just me washing my bike, really. And we start off by pumping this bottle up, pressure bottle. But before that, while I'm taking stuff off my bike that I don't want to get wet, here's a shameless plug. Jump onto my Instagram between now, 17th February 2025, and the 21st of February 2025. I'm working together with Machine to give away a beautiful headlight. So jump onto my Instagram at the.velographer, and yeah, just follow the instructions over there. Best of luck, and hopefully you can win something. Alright, what do we do? Well, the first thing I like to do is really just spray the whole bike down with this mixture. So what I've done is I've put in some soap, and that's really just morning fresh from Coles or Woolies. It's cheap, degreases, washes the dishes. It's not harmful to plastics or stuff like that, so it's great. It's a great alternative to all the expensive bike washes, and I found it always to be good. I guess literally spray it all over, and the reason why I use this hand pump spray is because it very effectively foams up and gets the soap suds everywhere. I don't have to scrub, I just spray it on, and it starts to get the grease off the bike. It breaks down all the dust and stuff like that before I wash it. Sometimes I would take the hose and just spray the bike down first, but I mean, there's a mixture, so I put a small amount of detergent in. When I say small, maybe 5 mils of it, and then I fill the thing up with water. So I've got about half a liter of solution in there, and honestly I don't think that I even finish it. Anyway, spray it well. Things to note: don't spray it directly into where all your bearings are, and don't spray it directly into like your headset area, stuff like that. I would spray it over, but not force it in. While that's happening, I take my degreaser and start to work on the cassette. My cassette has seen better days. It's really greasy, and so get a brush that's got tough bristles, because you really want to get in there. It's like a toothbrush. If you use a really soft one, it's not going to get some of the stuff out of your cassette. Just like stuff stuck between your teeth. Soft bristles don't really push it out, and so you need something a little bit harder. Not too hard, of course, but then again, this is steel, steel and titanium cassette chain, not chain, a cassette basically, and the tough bristles will get all the gunk out. Be generous with the degreaser. I like the fact that this degreaser is a spray bottle and it's not pressurized, because if it's pressurized and you spray it, it could really get everywhere, including the brake area and stuff like that. Now, some people have asked me that, why don't you put the cover over your brake discs? I haven't found a need to do that, because when I wash the discs anyway, and the foam I sprayed over the brake discs, and I don't get screeching or anything. In fact, I think the soap actually helps clean it up. And so I'm just cleaning the chain rings right now, the small chain ring, the big chain ring, giving everything a good scrub, agitating it a little bit. The thing about the wide angle lens is that it doesn't show everything close up, and so it's a warm day today, just gonna add a little bit more soap all over, really let it do its work, removing the grease, the dust. And after wetting everything, or covering the bike in soap suds once again, I'm gonna go grab the soft brush, and I'll start at the cleaner areas before moving down. Now, the thing about the brush is that you need to wash the brush after use. So don't let all the dirt and stuff dry up onto your brush, especially if it's gonna go on the frame. I found this that Muck-Off actually has got a really good set of brushes. If you want to go cheap, you can actually head to your local store where they sell car accessories. For us here in Australia, it's super cheap. Auto or Auto One, or what's the other one? I can't remember. There are a few stores. I just go in there and they will sell brushes for car detailing, sponges and stuff like that as well. So once all that's agitated, turn on your water. Now, don't use a jet spray. Just use the shower. Something nice and light. Like, imagine you taking a shower. Okay, and you don't want to have like a freaking jet spray spraying up your arse. Honestly, it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna get water into orifices that you don't want it to. So a shower, nice and gentle. Be gentle with your bike, because you don't want the water to be pushed into areas where you don't want water to seep into. For example, where your seat tube is, stuff like that. I mean, water will seep in, but don't force the water in. Where the headset area is there as well, you don't want the water to be penetrating through the seal on the bearings. So a nice soft shower will suffice. It's also really good. Here I'm using my hands. You can use a sponge if you want to, but I use my hands because just then I can actually feel the paint, feel if there's anything stuck on, and there's a little bit of grease. And I'm just rubbing off it with my finger. There's some soap, and it really gets it off. Spray generously over the whole bike. Make sure everything's nice and clean. Yep. Take your time with it as well. Get the water in from all angles. You want a nice, clean, shiny bike. Make sure all the soap actually gets washed off, and the degreaser too. Now, the thing about degreaser, you should really wash it all off, and after washing off, please remember to lube the chain and all the areas again. Now, there's a product that we use later on, the Muck-Off bike spray, and that thing is pretty good. Essentially works a little bit like WD-40. It drives moisture away and out. I'll show you how I use it after on the frame itself. Here I take a cloth, and this smaller cloth really is to just get rid of all the water. So there will be water yeah, basically everywhere. And so this first cloth is not to dry everything up per se, but it's to take most of the water away. And the heat will naturally evaporate the rest of the water. But you want to do this so you don't get all those water stains. You know how like when you wash a car or wash your dishes, and if you set it down and it air dries, because of the mineral content in the water, you get water stains unless it's like distilled water. So I use a cloth here to get rid of most of the water. Wipe down the wheels as well. Yep, just one around will do as long as most of the water is gone. Don't worry about the streak marks, if any. Microfiber cloths usually don't leave streaks that are very bad at all. I found that microfiber cloths can be bought, that are good, can be bought on the cheap at Super Cheap Order. One of my favorite places. You can buy a whole bag of microfiber cloths, so you don't have to worry about really washing them up. I use these, I wash them, and then after about a month or so I chuck them into the recycling because they're well used. They're not the most top quality cloths you'll find, but they do the job really well. Very absorbent and nice and small. Alright, now time for the big microfiber chamois. And this is bike spray. Now I sprayed over the whole frame, over the components as well. It drives the moisture away. Remember that, it drives moisture away. Now what I'm doing with the black cloth, I'm covering it so it doesn't get onto my brake discs. That's one place where I wouldn't put the bike spray on. And if you got the muck-off or any of the disc brake rotor covers, you can use it there as well. I'm spraying it all surfaces here, at least mostly on the frame, and then on the crank arms as well as saddle, seat post. I would do it on the wheels, but I was a little bit too lazy, and then I wipe it off. For this one I use a thicker microfiber cloth, just because for detailing and finishing up, you want something that's really nice and plush. So this microfiber cloth is a little bit more expensive, but it does a really good job. Always have one of these, and for this one I do take good care of this microfiber cloth, nicely washed and dried as well. Take your time to make sure that all of the bike spray is removed. I'm sure there are quite a lot of different products out there. I've got a mate who uses car detailing spray on his bike. His is a gloss, mine is a matte, so I haven't tried those liquid wax kind of sprays on, but bike spray works really well for me. It doesn't make my bike look shiny and glossy. It still has a very nice satin finish, which is what I love, which is what I want. Now, I've also sprayed the bike spray on my rear derailleur, and it gives it a very nice layer of protection. Very nice, clean and shiny. As you can see, my chain, my drivetrain is nice and clean. It hasn't been this clean in a long time, so I'm pretty happy about that. Doing the final touches of wiping down the rest of the bike. Now in this video I'm not going to do the whole lubing of the chain. You can use liquid, you can use you can take up your chain and wax it, but that's not me. So well, there we go, that's pretty much it. Really appreciate the fact that you've stayed with me to watch how I clean my bike. Well, you guys take care. Talk to you guys soon. There you have it. Very nice, new look. Nice and clean, ready for a new ride. All I gotta do is just lube the chain up. And so thanks for watching the bike together with me. I hope you guys have a lovely day ahead, whatever you're doing, and a great week. Cheers.